Okay. So, again, this is Kunjufu Hip Hop Street Curriculum, Jawanza Kunjufu. All right. So, this is called the killing exercise. This is, as I was saying, I read the story a lot to a lot of students. And a lot of times when I had like students that had behavior issues and stuff, I would read them the story and it prompted a lot of conversations. Kind of like I will always start the Kevin Durant LeBron debate in class. So it gave me a reason to show my students Kevin Durant's MVP acceptance speech, you know? So this is another one of my strategic stories. All right. So again, this is Jawanza Kunjufu from his Hip Hop Street Curriculum, and this is the killing exercise. Okay, so this is from 2005. And this was a gift from a good friend of mine, Daryl, who back in the day when we were allowed to go outside, he used to get on my nerves because he was always giving me stuff. And you know, you in New York, you only have so much space in your bag. You can only carry so many things. So I used to be like, dang, man, giving me another book. But then at the same time, I like books, so I would take it. But just having this to read and to share is like really, really important right now to me. So this is the killing exercise. Mr. Jones is the adult coordinator of the South Central LA gang class, a 10-week course for gang members that are in juvenile detention. The students are first asked to write down their obituary, along with a letter to their mothers explaining why it was necessary for them to die to gangs. The most significant part of the class is the exercise called the kill. Mr. Jones writes on the chalkboard the word kill, and then he says, now I want each of you to give me a real good reason to kill somebody. The words are barely out of his mouth when hands begin to jab in the air. Jones nods at one of the kids who replies, for the of it. Jones then turns back to the blackboard and writes the words and says, okay, for the of it. Let's have another reason. Another student suggests, put in work for the hood. Jones writes again and says, okay, that's a good reason. Next student says, because he's my enemy. Yeah, that's righteous, says Jones and prints quickly, an enemy. Another student calls out, for revenge. Yeah, let's get that one down. That's a good one, revenge. Because he says something wrong. Mr. Jones, needing clarity, asked, you mean like he dissed you? Nah, just wrong. Like, you know, wrong. Jones pursued a definitive answer. Because he said something wrong and now you gotta smoke him for it, right? Yeah. The kid slouches back in his chair, grinning. He is clearly pleased with himself for having made his thoughts so perfectly understood. Jones writes the word on the board and then turns back to face the kid. He says, come on, let's get some reasons up here. Y'all supposed to be tough dudes. Let's go. Now the answers begin to come quickly. Because he looked at me funny. Gave me that mad dog look. Because I don't like him. Because he's wearing the wrong color. Because he's going to hurt a member of my family for money. Jones just nods his head, scribbling furiously on the blackboard. So I can jack someone for dope. Because he gives me no respect. Because he's a disgrace. He's a buster for his car. Because he's trying to get with my lady. Because he's a spy in my hood. In self-defense. Because he's trying to jack you and take you for a nickel. For the way he walks. If he got something I want and he don't want to give it to me. Because I'm a lot. For his association. Because he called me a baboon. He dissed me. Because he with my food. You know, like he took one of my French fries. Because I don't like his attitude. Because he said the wrong things. He woofed me. Because I'm buzzed, you know, high and bent. Just playing around. Because he me up in the barbershop. That's a real one. Jones chuckles and writes down, effed up your hair, huh? Well, I can understand that. The reasons kept coming. Because he's a snitch. Because he hit up my wall, crossing out my name and writing RIP. If a lady don't give me what I want, you know, the wild thing. Because they ugly. Because they try to run a con on me. All of the reasons were on the board in 3 neatly lettered rows. Mr. Jones steps back to survey the list for a moment and nods his head. Then he turns to look at the kids again and says, "Now, okay, which of this shit would you die for?" There's a moment of utter silence. The air seems to freeze with the combined stares of shocked students. Jones stands quietly staring back at them and then challenges them. "Oh, come on now. If y'all can kill for something, then you better be ready to die for it." So let's hear it. Which one of these reasons you gonna die for? One of the kids says, "Hell, you can erase all that No, let's go point by point," Mr. Jones responds. He continues the challenge. Back at the blackboard, Jones examines the list. "Let's see what we got here. Okay, who's gonna die for the of it?" As Jones goes over each line, they erase all but 3 things that they would kill for. They agreed they would die for their family, self-defense, and the gang. Jones then says, "Let me tell you something. You can be down for your hood. You can go to jail for your hood. You can die for your hood. If you die, you know what happens? Nothing. Nothing changes. The beat goes on. Your dead homeboys, even they didn't mean diddly because nothing changes." Then Mr. Jones puts on the board the words irrational and normal. He says most people have a normal kill to die equation. What they would kill for is what they would die for. For an irrational person, there's no relationship in the kill die equations. One of the younger kids, the one who was ready to kill the barber for a less than satisfactory haircut, pipes up. "How many reasons was on the blackboard, Mr. Jones?" Mr. Jones says, "Y'all gave me 37 reasons to kill." The kid shakes his head and says, 37 is a big ass number. He agreed with the student. "Yeah, it is. And if you got more than 2 reasons, then you're more than irrational. You're crazy." So my question is, are you sane or are you crazy? You know, these are really wild times that we're in. You know, we're trying to make the best decision and do the best that we can with what we have. But you know, it's a wild time. So I hope you like the story today. Again, this was called The Kill, right? Killing Exercise. It was written by Jawanza Kunjufu, the story itself, but this is the story from Mr. Jones, the adult coordinator of a South Central LA gang class. So again, I will be here Monday through Friday, 11:15, reading you stories. You can also find the stories on YouTube, Miss Jerry Worldwide. Please sign up for my class tomorrow. I'm teaching with iUrban Teen. I'm teaching entrepreneurship in evolving times. It's going to be based on different pieces of literature, different articles, different stories, different things like that. So we're working on our English language art skills at the same time. We're talking about entrepreneurship and building. And I'm also going to be posting a poem on my website today, MissJerryWorldwide.com. So thank you guys so much for checking in, and for all my family, all my homies. I'm good. You know, it's interesting because everybody wants to FaceTime, and I'm just like, I'm not FaceTiming y'all all day long. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on IG, mess with me on IG, YouTube, whatever. You know, I mean, I'm 4 calls a day. I posted that. I'm watching the news in the evenings. 4 calls a day, no social media on the weekends. And I just had to put these things in place for my own sanity. Because even yesterday, you know, Lil Boosie, I'm sitting here watching his live, laughing hysterically, wasting time, getting dumber. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to make sure that when this is over, I'm better, I'm smarter, I'm stronger. You know, so I hope you're doing the same for yourself. Wash your hands, wash everything. All right? Take care.